So which leads me to nowadays, right? You are you're a pretty accomplished sound man now, audio engineer, whatever they want to call it. Um, how long have you been, you know, how long have you been doing sound as HTD Entertainment's primary
I'm trying to think what
sound
year
manager?
it's been a few years now though, man. I'm trying to think what year we got that stuff from. Whenever that year was, we got that stuff from Cap.
Yeah, tell me that story.
Um, like I said, Infinity, we had stopped playing. And Cap still had all his equipment. He still got some of it, like the percussion and stuff. But he wasn't doing nothing with it, man. He was like, man, if y'all want to get this stuff, man, y'all give me a couple dollars, y'all can have it. So it basically was the subs, the tops, some amplifiers, a couple mics and stuff like that. So what year you said that was? What you think that was?
Probably about 14, I think.
Something like that.
13 or 14.
Yeah, something like that. So when we got that stuff from him, that's when I really started thinking about it, man. Because y'all was having a lot of shows, man. And every it is. You have a show, you got a band, you got to rent the sound. So I keep paying it. I mean, everybody was cool people, man. Don't get me wrong, but why put out money when you ain't got to? Yeah. So we got that stuff from Cap, and just start building on it, man. Building on it and building on it. Blowing speakers and having stuff.
You got a terrible lot of stuff to get good at it.
Yeah, but yeah, it started with that. When we got that stuff from him, and we just been on it ever since.
So what was your first professional show?
With the sound?
Yeah.
What was it, Subtle? We did Subtle down, I think it was Hackers and Duffers. Yeah, it was Subtle.
Where is that?
Down Fredericksburg at Hackers and Duffers.
So how'd it go?
I mean, it was good.
Did you mix or somebody else mix for him?
Nah, I think it might have been Dude Dirty. I can't remember who did it that night though. That was a while.
But whatever, it don't matter.
So, well, yeah, I didn't mix or nothing like that.
So how did the whole support of that
show
go?
It did. It was all right. It was average, but quickly learned what was wrong. Like we can't have this. Like I said, it's still stuff that we working on. We learning, man. I mean, some of these cats been in the game 20, 30 years, man.
But specifically though, like what type of issues, from what I remember, like I remember at first we didn't have
the
amps crossed over correctly.
Yeah,
wrong kind of microphones for the.
Yeah, the microphone for the kick drum was the first problem. But I didn't know, so I had to call Leroy. I had to call Lily, man, and he brought the microphone over there to us. And that's sure jump. And that was like one of the first things we figured out was wrong with our system. Mm-hmm. That I think the drums had a little problem or something like that. But I always tell people, man, the thing that we got a little advantage on. So I played in bands, so I know how it feels to be back there. You don't have no monitors. The drums falling over, the congos tipping, and so we kind of got a little advantage and know what to look for, man, and what can happen, man. It don't take but 1 or 2 shows, man, and cats not gonna mess with you if your sound messed up, man. So your stuff got to be right, man. So that was kind of one of the first things that we learned that was wrong, and we worked on and fixed. Mm-hmm. So yeah.
So who have you provided sound for?
I always tell people, man, I think the only band we haven't done is
go ahead. Go ahead.
Well, but we didn't do Chuck. Never did Chuck. Never did Essence. I don't think we did Vibe, but
no, we did Vibe. No, that was Derek.
Derek did. But I mean, Jump, Subtle, Belladonna, What Band, Backyard. Did Northeast once for that birthday party, the surprise birthday party that girl had. I mean, most of the bands, man, Mature Clientele, Major League. I mean, it's so many of them, man. 100 Proof. All of those bands, man. All of those bands. Blacko. I mean, I don't know how many times we did Seductive Sounds, man. Charlottesville. But most of the bands, most of them.
So the word on the street is we have a pretty successful company, it's lucrative and all that stuff. But what do you what do you why do you do what you do?
I always tell people, man, I like music, man. You know, y'all walked in here on the humble on me, man. Look what I'm doing. I was learning how to play when I see you when y'all walked in here. But it's just the love of music, man. And I think that's what really helps our business, man. It helps us stay in businesses. I mean, we want to get paid, man. Don't get me wrong. Nobody want to do nothing for nothing. I don't care what you do.
Mm-hmm.
But you gotta love it, man. If you don't love it, man, it's like it's pointless,
work.
man.
It's work.
I look forward to shows, man. You know what I'm saying, and stuff like that. But it's just for mostly for the love of music, man. You know.
We got 37 years in, man.
Yeah,
you know, it's
man.
nothing. That's nothing to sneeze at.
Yeah.
So
yeah, good or bad. I mean, you don't care how they look at it. But that's a long time, man. So it's just the love of music.
So if you had to give an up and coming sound engineer some advice on, you know, what to do to get going, how to get better, etc., what would you tell them?
Listen to the old heads, man. Them dudes that been doing it, man. You gotta listen to people that really have a track record of knowing what they're doing. Not somebody that just talk, man. That talking it don't mean nothing. You gotta listen to people, man, that have been doing it forever. You know. And in the words of Richard Chin, man, just be all right with everybody, man. Just be all right with people, man.
You know,
it's the truth though, man. Because like I say, back when I was younger, you couldn't even ask the sound man for a jack. Like if you needed a quarter-inch jack or something, you might have to fight the guy, man. I'm like, damn, but you just got to be nice to people, man. It's like, I don't care what business it is. You got, you show people, a little respect, man. It go a long way, man,
You know, I think a lot of the young generation doesn't realize how dangerous it was when we were coming up to go to these clubs and interact with folks. A lot of people from all over the place.
Yeah.
You know,
crack was at the creek once.
Yeah, the crack was at an all-time high. People's attitude was a lot different.
Yeah.
So,
right. Totally different, man. Totally different world back then, man. Like I say, I went to the creek one time. That was it. But I was in high school, man. Like that place, I mean, I don't mean, to talk junk about it, man, because the place was epic, man. That's an historic place. You know what I'm saying? But when I was a kid, and like you said, with the crack era and all that stuff, it was dangerous up there, man. My father didn't want us going up there. We played up there one time. And we played with air raid. But we had an army bag with our stands and stuff in it, right? For cymbal stands and stuff. So we packed the stuff up. We played our set. We didn't get to watch air raid. Played our one set, put the stuff in the van, got about 10 miles from the club, man. I was like, left the stands at the club. Man, that joker was hot. Had to go back. Oh my God, man, we were heated. Had to go back to the creek.
And this is a different generation of parents, man. In fact,
man.
He's our father and he got us in the club. He's providing security basically.
Yeah.
And on top of it, you go and do some dumb stuff like leave the equipment at the venue. That's a problem.
Oh my God, man. Had to go back and get it. Right? All the way up the road, man. Oh my God, yo. But we played at the creek though. You know what I mean? So, he knew what it was, man. But still, he, wouldn't, deny that kind of stuff to us, man.
Yeah, I mean that's something to be said about that. Well, look, we gotta close, but I gotta ask one more quick question. What's your most memorable time in music? Playing, singing,
There's a lot of them though, man. But I gotta say the junk tape when I was slumming, man. I don't care though. I could care less.
Well, you got to tell the story for people that don't know.
Yeah, it was like, I think it was 93, man. We was in the American Legion Hall in Madison. And that's when we used to open for junk a lot. Like, every other week, man, you know what I'm saying? If they played around here, 9 times out of 10, the promoter would get us to open for them. You know what I'm saying? So they was in Madison one night. We weren't playing though, but they was in the American Legion Hall in Madison. So we go over there and I think it's like the second set they playing and stuff. So there's junk. 400 people in there, man. Packed. So I asked Bugs, I mean, like I'm a drummer. I'm not a congo player, but I'm a percussionist. So it's all the same crap. So I asked Bugs, I said, man, because there's a lot of people from Orange in there, y'all. I said, man, let me smack, man, one time, man. He said, man, ask Wink. So I went over and asked Wink. Wink was like, I don't care, man, you good. So I'm like, yeah, whatever. They ain't gonna let me play, man. So halfway through the second set, Bugs called me up there. So I went up there, man. So to this day, man, every beat that I make, and you can hear it in the sample, man. People that really know Bugs' voice, you can hear it in the sample, man. That's why I put that sample on every beat that I make to make them dance Footloose. You know what I'm talking about. But every beat that I make, I put that on there, man, because that's my favorite band of all time, man. I don't care what nobody say. I learned how to play songs and drums from jump, man, because they was our age. Yeah. So I figured I could do it. You know what I'm saying? And so, that had to be, and this is the part that take it to the Twilight Zone, though. So I didn't really know Mo back then, you know what I'm saying? But he was always a cool guy, man. So
you
I
gotta
said,
explain who Mo is.
Oh, the manager for Junkyard. So to this day, this was like 90, I don't know what, 93 or whatever. So I said, man, this was the tape era. I said, man, I gotta get that tape, man. You know what I mean? He said, man, write your address down and I'll send it to you. I'm like, yeah, I'll never get that, you know. And about 2 weeks later, man, that junk came in the mail, man. He sent it to me, man. But when I got it, you could see how somebody in the post office or wherever cut the junk, man, and took the tape out of the junk. Oh, man, I was crushed. I was like, I'll never get that tape, Joe. Called him back. And y'all know how it is when you call Mo.
The man with no cell phone.
No cell phone, man. There wasn't no cell phone back then anyway, but still, answering machine.
At his house.
House phone. So I called his house, man, left a message on the answering machine. 3 days later, man, he sent me another tape in the mail, Joe. You know what I'm saying? So that was cool, man. So yeah, that's showing up one of my, you know, fondest memories or whatever you want to call it. But yeah. Yep.